the 4th International Service Management Congress at Ostfalia University in Suderburg, Germany, with international lectures and international research workshops. The key results are following.
A great partner in this cooperation, in this Congress. And first I would like to introduce Professor Joanna Paliszkiewicz. I really trained to pronounce this right. I hope I'm doing this. And sometimes it's hard in Europe, the different names in all these many countries. And I'm very happy about this cooperation. We started this actually this year. We're working together very well. She invited me to some conferences. She supported us already big time. I'm very, very thankful. She brought her colleagues into this conference. Joanna, I don't know how I can thank you. And I'm very happy that we do this together. Your logo is here. Yeah. I'm fascinated by your work, and actually we just had a conference together, I think some 2 weeks ago, and Joanna was presenting in front of me, and I saw her presentation for the first time, and I was so excited because she has almost very similar research subjects that we do here at Ostfalia. It fits together so perfect. I'm so happy, Joanna, good to have you here. And the floor is all yours.
Thank you very much. Is my presentation visible?
We can see your presentation just fine. Perfect.
Thank you. Dear ladies and gentlemen, it's great pleasure to me to take part in this conference, and also it's a great honor to me to cooperate with Professor Markus and take part in this project. I hope we will publish a lot of good articles. Today I would like to present my previous research related with the role of leadership, trust and knowledge management in innovative organization. I come from Warsaw. It's a capital from Poland since 16th century. We have in Warsaw 66 higher education institutions. I work at Warsaw University of Life Sciences at Management Institute. Our university is one of the biggest and oldest in Poland. Our university has more than 200 years. Today, I would like to present the theoretical part related with leadership, trust and knowledge management and research results from my previous project. The purpose of my presentation is to show the role of leadership, trust, knowledge management in innovative organization. I will start from leadership. Leadership is one of the most significant predictors that determines the success of the organization. Okay, now it's working. In my research, I used 4 dimensions to describe leadership. The type of construct which I used was relationship, processes, behavior, and threats. The next dimension on which I will focus more is the trust. Today at this conference, there were already a lot of definition of trust were presented, but I will remember. According to psychologists, the trust is a personality trait. According to Gibb, trust is instinctive and as a feeling is very close to love. Also, according to Lewis and Weigert, people vary in terms how they are able to trust each other. Trust is also a part of a relationship. Also is a part of social and economic exchange. Social exchange is voluntary. We cannot enforce anybody to trust. Economic exchange is based on formal contracts. According to my definition, trust is the belief that another party will not act in a way that is harmful to the trusting party, will act in such a way that it's beneficial to the trusting party, will act reliably, will behave or respond in a predictable and mutually acceptable manner. And trust can be seen as a bridge between past experiences and anticipated future. According to neuroscientists, although body language, mimicry, the degree of similarity, voice, gesture, physical appearance, smell, face profile influence on it if we are able to trust the other parties. Summarize, trust is interpersonal because it appears between concrete individuals and it's related with communication. It's situational rather than global because it's placed in one particular person. It's voluntary. We cannot enforce anybody to trust. It's committed since each party depends on the other, and it's dynamic or temporal because it evolves over time. Trust is established, grows, diminishes, and dies. The building trust is a very difficult process. Everybody has to focus on building trust every day because trust is not given. We have to work and build trust in our private relationships every day. Here are some examples how to build the trust. Initiate and accept changes in decisions if they are needed, providing information just in time, being honest to others, telling the truth, speaking openly about problems, giving positive and negative feedback in an appropriate manner, showing respect to others, giving and receiving help and support, listen and accept advice of other people, showing interest and caring for others. Also, there are very interesting research related with building trust in different places. In some journals, I read articles that it's easier to create the trust, to build the trust, when at the first meeting we drink hot drinks, for example, coffee, than cold drink. Also, there are research showing that it's easier to create the trust when we meet in a tidy place than in a dirty place. Also, there are research showing that if the floor is stable, influence on it if we can create the trust. It's easier to create the trust in the park than in the cable car when the floor is not stable. Building trust is a very difficult process and it takes time. But as you know, destroy trust we can in 1 second. Trust is very difficult to rebuild. Sometimes it's even impossible to rebuild the trust. And trust me, must be rebuilt in a natural way. We cannot enforce anybody to trust. In my research, I use 4 dimensions to describe the construct trust: abilities and competences, benevolence, consistency, and reliability. Knowledge management, the next dimension in my research. There are a lot of publications related to knowledge management, a lot of books, articles, and also we have a lot of definitions. Here are some 2 examples of this definition. But according to my definition, the knowledge management consists of is the management of the processes of localization, usage, development, storage, and transfer, which enable to realize the aim of the organization. I used these 5 processes to describe knowledge management construct in my research. So the constructs, the type of constructs are related with localization, usage, development, storage, and transfer. Innovation. Innovation is viewed as an application of better solutions that meet new requirements, unarticulated needs, or existing market needs. Peter Drucker defines innovation as a change that creates a new dimension of performance. How innovative are you? if I could, I could answer you, ask you the question, what do you see here? Some people can see at this picture 3 birds flying to the nest or a woman face. Similar question, what do you see here at this picture? So some people can see here old woman, some people can see here young woman, and some people can see here both faces. In my research, to describe the construct innovativeness, I used 4 dimensions: effectiveness, productivity, quality, and efficiency. Summarize, all of these 3 dimensions, leadership, trust, and knowledge management, are very important to create innovative organization. Now I will present research results. Here is my conceptual model. In this model, I have the leadership, I have trust, I have knowledge management, and innovativeness. The constructs I described in the theoretical part. In my work, I had 9 hypotheses. Hypothesis 1, leadership positively contributes to trust. 2, leadership positively contributes to knowledge management. 3, leadership positively contributes to innovativeness. 4, trust positively contributes to knowledge management. 5, trust positively contributes to innovativeness. 6, knowledge management positively contributes to innovativeness. 7, trust mediates the relationship between leadership and knowledge management. 8, trust and knowledge management mediate the relationship between leadership and innovation. 9, knowledge management mediates the relationship between trust and innovation. The survey instrument was administered electronically via a professional internet survey site to 2,161 subjects from all levels of management in various organizations in 9 regions of United States. They were from public, private, and not-for-profit organizations. I got 183 a complete survey. Among the sample, we have 28.4% of top-level management, 41.5% of middle-level management, 30.1 lower-level management. And the building of the model consisted of the following stages. The first, identification of the most accurate constructs to describe the level of leadership, trust, knowledge management, and innovativeness of the organization. The second, assessments of the model quality, presenting relations between hidden variables and observable variables. Third, assessment of the strength and direction of the influence of the construct of leadership, trust, knowledge management on the organization's innovativeness. And fourth, assessment of the quality of the internal model describing the relations between hidden variables. And here you can see structural model with calculations. Here are the results. Reliability measures. You can see that alpha Kronbacher was higher than 0.7 in all 4 dimensions. So leadership, trust, knowledge management, and innovativeness has a good results in this calculation. Also, factor loadings are higher in 0.7. So all of the constructs fit to the dimensions. AVE should be higher than 0.5, and here also this requirement is met. And discriminant validity, to establish it, the results of the square root of AVE of each latent variables must be greater than its correlation with all other latent variables. The sufficient discriminant validity was established for a conceptual model. And mediation. Here you can see also the effects, how leadership influence trust, leadership influence knowledge management, leadership innovation, trust and knowledge management, trust innovation, and knowledge management and innovation. Results of mediation effects. There are positive and statistically significant relationships between all constructs. In particular, leadership strongly and directly affects trust. Trust directly and moderately affects knowledge management. Knowledge management directly and weakly affects innovation. Knowledge management is a mediator in relations between leadership and innovativeness. Trust is a mediator in relations between leadership and knowledge management, and knowledge management is a mediator between trust and innovativeness. All the hypotheses were accepted. First, you can see the 6 and 3 more related with mediation effects also was accepted. Summarize. Developed and empirically tested theoretical model explains the relationship between the 4 constructs, between leadership, trust, knowledge management, and innovation. And in the light of the conducted research, there can be observed positive and statistically significant relationships between all constructs. And leadership, trust, and knowledge management are key pillars for a successful innovation. And the results of empirical research have shown that effective leadership is the basis for creating an organization based on trust and knowledge management, thanks to which it's possible to create an environment in which innovation may arise. We have some limitation of the study. The first, the collected data were self-reported, and this may contain potential sources of bias that can limit the generalizability of results. And furthermore, while the population sample for the present study was fairly balanced among the regions of the United States, a larger sample may have yielded better generalizability of results. Implication of the study. So the notable implication of these findings is that leadership is a bedrock of elevated trust, successful knowledge management processes, and enhanced organizational innovativeness. Summarize research directions. It's important to make the country comparison research because further studies are needed to explore differences and development of knowledge economy in various countries. We should also make cultural comparison. Further studies are needed to explore cultural differences. And in this project, realized by Professor Marcus, we are making this country and cultural comparison. Also, long-term studies are needed to observe how knowledge management has changed over time within organizations in various countries. And mixed method approach, we should combine qualitative and quantitative measures to get a possible better view of knowledge, trust, and innovation. And in my last project about intuition and trust, we used the EEG equipment, eye tracking equipment, eye tracking and heart beating equipment to analyze the level of intuition and level of trust. In this project, 4 countries were involved. Medical University from Italy with neuroscientists from this region, also people from Canada, from Queen's University, and Harrisburg University from United States. The results of this project are published in these 2 books, which you can see on the left, published by Taylor and Francis, Intuition, Trust, and Analytics, and How Well Do Executives Trust Their Intuition. And also in my institute, this year we published 2 interesting books, Management in the Era of Big Data, published by Taylor and Francis, and Management Information Technology, New Challenges. We have a new plans to publish the book about the trust. I already signed the agreement with Taylor and Francis, and the book entitled Trust, Organizations and the Digital Economy will be published next year in Routledge in Taylor and Francis. So I'm very happy to be a part of this project, to take part in this conference. Thank you very much.
Joanna, thank you so much, Professor Dr. Joanna Paliszkiewicz from Warsaw University of Life Science in Poland. I'm so happy and so excited to have our Polish friends here in this conference, and we started this research together. You're on the group, you see there are many people working on this, and I hope we can research together, quote each other, what the professors say, and we thank you so much.
Thank you very much for listening. Visit our website, YouTube channel, and Facebook site on the internet.